Hi Aquarius, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading. Sorry, this will take you from the 4th to the 11th, guys, okay? So what I'm going to do when I shuffle the cards is bring in your additional guidance card, which is Treasure Island. Treasure Island is a great card to have. There's a feeling that you've stumbled across something. There might be, I don't know if this is going to be relationships, around your money, around your inner life, but there's a feeling of maybe you felt that you've been swimming, okay, getting nowhere, and then suddenly we hit upon Treasure Island. That is the meaning of this card. So it's a very hopeful energy before we start our general reading. So would you please give me 6 cards for the sign of Aquarius that tells us our general vibe and what's around us for the week ahead, please. So behind us is the 8 of Swords, which is very great that it's behind us. The 8 of Swords can be a feeling of feeling a little bit tied by life experiences. There's a feeling that something is not moving forwards, okay? The central card and the gift is the 3 of Pentacles. The challenge is the 7 of Cups. Give me a minute, I'm going to keep pulling. 2 7s showing up, okay? Already the 7s are a card about feeling that you're nearly at this final destination, but they're very often a resting place. Yeah, there you go. The Queen of Cups walking into the Page of Cups. I had a feeling that's where the treasure was going to lie for you, Aquarius. I'm not sure why. And I understand in January's reading we got the Hanging Man. When we make peace with cards like the Hanging Man is when our life starts to change, okay? Now, behind you is the 8 of Swords. So obviously feeling a bit stuck, a little bit limited by life circumstances, or this is about people in your life, and there's a feeling that something's not moving forward, okay? But there seems to be quite a lot of emotional movement. But the gift is the 3 of Pentacles. The 3 of Pentacles is a teamwork card. It's about coming together with other people in order to either understand something. It might be an emotional thing or it might be a practical thing. Another definition of the 3 of Cards is putting in effort in order to raise the bar in your own life, okay? So working to get ahead, to learn new skills and to accomplish things to do with the Pentacles. The challenge is the 7 of Cups. So the 7 of Cups is a very vague card. It quite often represents having choices, but not quite sure if these choices are valid. Are they straightforward? Are they going to lead anywhere? And so what is this 7 of Cups about for Aquarius? Please, there you go. It's with the Hanging Man. And the 8 of Swords behind us. There's definitely a feeling that something is not moving. Where it is moving in your life is around the Pentacle cards. This is exactly the same as the January reading. So you might be working with others. There might be a new project starting, something in your career, but there's definitely a feeling of coming into the week feeling that circumstances are preventing you totally going after what you want, okay? Or someone else might be showing up for that for you. So they might be feeling trapped with their circumstances. There is a way out of the 8 of Swords, Aquarius. It tends to be about taking an action, which is the 10 of Swords to me. But right now, if you're not there, you're not there, okay? But the challenge is this feeling of being a little bit confused about something or someone, not a feeling that you're in control of an unfolding situation, which is probably to do with relationships, because we have no control over how other people choose or do not choose to turn up in our lives. But let's carry on, okay? Because again, how other people are showing up for you is the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is not an action card. Water and earth are very, very receptive elements, apart from with these two cards. So how other people are showing up for you is the energy of consideration, reflecting, but not yet acting. And I think that's what's creating the Hanging Man for you as a challenge. I'm going to ask what your way out of this energy is, okay? Give me a minute. I mean, it's obviously the Three of Pentacles, which is to work on your goals, to work on your pentacles. But what is the way out of this for Aquarius? The way out is an action. The Six of Wands is about taking an action. It's a card of triumph and overcoming the odds and overcoming difficulties. So the way out of this feeling of something not moving, other people showing up for you in a very reflective way, but not an active way, is to overcome some personal limitation for yourself. So it might be about reaching for a goal. If it is a goal you're reaching for, it's going to be around personal accomplishment. Because if you look at this card, he's mastering these pentacles and they're all up in the fireplace because he's accomplished some personal goal on his own behalf, okay? Now, you've got the Queen of Cups walking into the Page of Cups. Now, the advice is the Page of Cups, okay? So this could be a new relationship starting for quite a lot of you. When it's a page, it tends to be just an offer. So I'm a little bit confused about why the Queen and the Page are showing up, because the Queen is the sensual issue. The Queen of Cups is very, very compassionate, very sort of loving energy. And in this deck, she actually walks forward to make an offer, okay? But the offer and the advice is the Page of Cups. So if any of you are receiving an emotional offer, the advice would be to say yes to it. But it's quite a confusing reading, because it's like this Queen of Cups, you can't really get much higher than the Queen of Cups. She's very, very beautiful, very emotionally sound, full of integrity. But why is the Seven of Pentacles still showing up? So there's a lot of reflection on relationships, guys. This is a very confusing reading. This is how other people are showing up for you. So people are showing up for you in a very soulmate way, but there's a lot of energy of reflection and considering. Maybe you're the one that's considering a relationship here, or other people are behind the scenes reflecting on where they want this relationship to go, which would make a lot of sense with the challenge, okay? But why the Queen of Cups then as the central issue? Because the central issue is this beautiful Queen either coming forward to you, it's not gender specific by the way, or you're moving forward to them. I mean, the advice is to say yes to this offer, by the way. I'm going to jump more to the advice. Why is the Page of Cups the advice for Aquarius? It's with the Six of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles would be about going out on a date, going out for coffee, having a dialogue with someone. And I think the dialogue that needs to take place is around understanding the emotional connection between another person. There's a lot of vagueness, and you might be feeling that in my reading. I'm sorry, when 2 sevens and the Hangman show up, I automatically go, okay, there's a lot of activity behind the scenes, okay? That's what both these cards represent. 3 of these cards represent. But you've also got 3 cards, 4, talking about making contact with someone and beginning to bring your cards onto the table, Aquarius, or someone else is doing that for you. And that is your advice, is to be real, to be genuine, and to try and understand the nature of something, okay? Now, what is this 3 of discs as the central gift, please? Some of you are learning a new skill, by the way, and that's what the 3 of discs represents. There's also the energy of working with other people, teamwork, but most of it is about learning a craft, because the 3 of discs is with the 8 of discs. And how I'd read these cards for myself, I mean, I am reading them for myself, I'm an Aquarius, is mastering your craft and beginning to build up your platform on your pentacles. There's an awful lot of energy, of relationship energy that's going on behind the scenes, okay? But because this Queen in this deck walks forward, look, she's walking forward. I think for some of you, a relationship might be stepping up a little bit. It's going to be very slow with all these 7s and the Hanged Man. And the advice with this page is to bring everything back down to basics, okay? So don't over-idolise a person. Keep it in its very simple form. But I want you to say yes if someone's reaching out to you. But because it's a Pentacles card, I would like if Aquarius was to be very, very genuine in their communications, okay? Because something new is happening here. The pages are all about new starts and new beginnings. But because a Queen's here, it might be the relationship's been around for a long time, but there's not been any activity towards starting it. And how the 6 of Pentacles would represent is a reaching out to start conversing, to start a dialogue, so a new start can begin. Because look, you've got the King and the Queen. So the King and Queen with a page is like an already very deep established bond, but that's maybe never came into anything yet. And the page and the 6 of disc would talk about bringing this bond into some sort of progression and some sort of form, okay? And that's probably why you've got Treasure Island as your central issue, and the 6 of Wands. There's some sort of victory here. But boy, it's going to be very slow, progressive steps towards it. But the fact you've already got the King and Queen is talking about 2 people who want the same thing. It's probably been building for a very long time. But the advice is to take it back to the page, which is very much bringing it back to basics and the early stages, like going for a coffee and not jumping into a marriage yet, but keeping it all at a very, very early energy of a new beginning. Reach out for dialogue, Aquarius. That's what I'm feeling for you. Or if someone reaches out to you, which I think is more likely, I'd like you to say yes, to be responsive and to be open, because I think you're going to meet a very beautiful ending, or it's going to progress in a very, very beautiful way. The Tower's here, which is our card. This is about breaking down the old structures, breaking down resistance, and getting to the truth of a matter, which is really what wants to happen here. I'm a little bit sorry if this is confusing, Aquarius. It sort of threw me a little bit. It's about progression on an emotional situation and getting to the truth of a matter. If someone shows up for you this as a Seven of Cups, just let them, because their feelings are very real and their feelings are very genuine. And I think there's going to be an openness and there's going to be some truth telling. For some of you, there's love at first sight happening with the Tower and the Page of Cups, by the way. And the fact the King and Queen are showing up is about two people who are looking for the same thing. Fascinating, guys. I didn't expect that at all. I'm sorry if I came across as flaky. Wasn't expecting it. Lots of love. Bye, Aquarius.